guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. A game that has become basically a thing on this channel. I don't know anything about this game, but it was recommended to me on Steam, so I'm like, whatever. 'Cause I was looking for something that's not too long, and yeah, this came up in my recommended, and it's only about 2.5 hours, I think it said. So, yeah. I have no idea what this game is about.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm hoping it's not like too bad.
Stanley
It's got
worked
good
for a
reviews,
company
so
in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
sounds like my
Orders
kind of
came
job,
to him
honestly.
through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Actually, no, that
This
sounds
is what
really boring.
employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
My
And
dude,
although
you don't even
others
get Christmas
might have
off.
considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh my god, he's going to be a robot or something.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him
How
to
can you
follow.
sit staring at a
No
monitor
one
for
had
like
showed
an
up
hour
to give him instructions,
and just
call
not
a
get bored?
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh fuck. That is weird. I didn't know that it was first person. I hate Mondays. Cool. So stepped out of his office, okay. I don't
All
like
his
how this is
co-workers were gone.
first
What could it
person.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The
matter
walking
how
is
hard
weird as
Stanley
well,
looked,
man.
He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Meeting room. These say meeting room, right? What did that say? I like work. I just hate my boss. Holy shit. Where is this meeting room? I feel like I'm just gonna get lost.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now, I feel like, I don't know, I've had bad luck with narrators in games, so I feel like I want to go on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I didn't, I just wanted to see what would happen. Oh, this is employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It
Yeah,
had
it
really
looks kinda
been
bare.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
Why are the
room.
doors shutting behind me?
Stanley
What the
simply
hell is
stood
happening here?
Drinking it all in.
No, can I actually get a drink? Give me a drink! Aw.
Yes, really. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't know, I feel like I shouldn't be doing what this dude says. But at the same time, maybe I should. Fuck it, I'm going here. I just want to piss the narrator off, honestly.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I like this narrator. It seems like when I choose a path, I can't go back. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Cool. I don't know, maybe this is gonna get me a bad ending or something because I'm not following what the narrator says. But maybe I should be following what the narrator says. Do I like parkour or something? I don't know. What does it say? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. You'd probably die.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I knew that he was gonna die.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, this is really fun. Just letting me do whatever the fuck I want. Maybe this
All of his
time...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Maybe this time I'll
Stanley
actually
decided
follow
to
what
go
the
to
dude
meeting
says.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But that was actually really fun. I've never played a game like this where
When Stanley came to a set of
Like,
2 open doors, he entered the door on his
you get
left.
told to do something and you do the opposite. I can take directions, look at me go.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling
not
a
getting
wave of
fired.
Disbelief,
Talk less,
Stanley
do
decided to go
unbelievably
up to his
amazing work
boss's
all the
office,
time, every
hoping he
day.
might find
I was
an
trying to
answer
read that.
there.
That's actually funny. I'm not gonna read that in case it gets cut off again. Use slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Wow. Where is the... I don't see the... Oh, it's up there. I was like, what? Everyone is unique. You most of all. To do synergize, core value. I'm not reading all that. Slides, charts and slides. Where am I going now? Ooh, broom closet. It let me in! Don't know why.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
There's barely
so
a
he
broom
turned
in here
around
either.
And got back on track.
Sure. I don't like this narrator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go downstairs though. Just because I've been told I go upstairs. Ooh, maybe not. Fuck that, it sounds creepy. I'll go upstairs to the boss's office. Nope, that door don't open. See, why is everything bathed in red? Dude! Dude's got the swankiest, like,
Stepping
part
into
of the
his
building,
manager's
man.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
Ooh, cool.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
They're just trying to
What
piss
he could
you
not
off,
have known
and
was
you
that
in
the
particular.
keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Why is it telling me this? Like, I feel like I'm getting led, like, and super wrong. Not super wrong, but I feel like I'm
Stanley just
getting
sat around twiddling his thumbs.
pulled.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
I'm
by
not sure.
sheer
I
luck.
feel like the narrator's
He stepped
bad
into
guy.
the newly opened passageway.
and that I'm just getting led along and doing whatever it is that he's wanting. Just kind of like how in Forspoken, like the cuff was the bad guy, and by doing the things that he said, I was doing the wrong things without knowing it. I feel like maybe I don't know if I want to go there. I feel like maybe that's the case in this game. Maybe this is just a like stupid, like not stupid, but like a random normal game that's not creepy with dark undertones at all.
Descending
sure.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
called
This
free will.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Watch me just get killed down here or something and the game end right now.
Stanley walked
Yeah.
straight ahead through the large door.
Mind
read
control
Mind
facility.
Control facility.
Ooh, I can escape this way. Aw, come on. I don't know, I want to escape, but I also want to go check the main... Oh, fuck, I'm escaping. I'm escaping!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Fuck that.
Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, sorry, no. He could tell me anything and I'll still
Stanley
believe it.
thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Yeah, let's go get mind controlled, why don't we?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I kind of wish I could go back now and see if that did lead to my death. But oh well. I'm a chicken, what can I say? What am I meant to do? Oh, there's another one here. I didn't see this one.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their
Oh,
true
someone got
nature
fired.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Well, that
Had
noise
Stanley
sounds
really been
horrible.
under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
This was like, I didn't know anything about this game, but this was
But here was the
definitely
proof,
not
the heart of the operation.
what
Controls
I
labeled with
expected
emotions,
when I started
happy
this game.
or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from
Offline.
this
Why are they
very
all
place.
offline then?
And as the cold reality
where's
of his
everyone
past
went?
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would
Ooh,
never
what's down
again
here?
exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How would I do that? Everything's offline anyway, so like... Oh, wait, this thing? 5? It's a button. Let me press it. No? I don't know what I'm doing. Mind control idle, awaiting input. What's that say in the corner? I can't actually read that. God, my eyes are really
And when at
bad.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So I put the power on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the control.
I did.
You? After they kept you enslaved all these
That's
years, you go and
cool.
you try to take control of the machine for yourself.
Yes,
Is that
I
what
do.
you wanted?
No.
Control?
No, not really. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
But where would be the fun
If
in
you want to
that?
throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
See, the narrator's a
I'm
bad
afraid you
guy.
don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
Oh, great.
eliminating the entire complex. How
Gotta
long
turn it
until
off then.
detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
No.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
Shut
Shape
up,
it to your
narrator,
heart's
man.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
How do I get out
More
of here?
time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What
Oh,
all
well,
this means,
I don't know.
I barely know where to start.
Wait, computer.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're
Enable
gonna die
backup
anyway.
power.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to me.
How do I enable
erased
backup
them.
power?
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell
shit.
it, I
How do you
simply
turn
let
on
you
the
sit
backup
there in your
power?
office forever,
Wait, is the
pushing
backup power
buttons
up there?
endlessly and then dying alone.
Do I need the
Other
code?
times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside,
Wait.
or I let it burn to a crisp.
Is it the same
I have
code
to
that
say
was
this,
upstairs?
though,
Because I can't
this
remember
version
it.
of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
This dude's an asshole.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Yes, okay, I'm
But
gonna die.
I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh,
These
0,
are
1, 4,
precious
2. Wait, there's no
additional
0, is
seconds,
there?
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I don't
Oh
know.
dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
Yes.
what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Kinda.
I mean,
1.
look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
I don't know what
Everything,
I'm
anything,
doing.
something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
4.
That this video game can be beaten?
Where's
1
4?
solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No, I have no idea. It's actually kinda
Stanley,
annoying.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still
Yeah,
playing
press
instead of
number
watching
4.
a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is
I
not a
did
challenge.
mention cutscenes.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this
Yeah.
world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Goodbye,
can't.
employee 427.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end.
Oh, come
Just
on!
you being blown to pieces.
I don't know what
Will
to
you cling
do.
desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the
I don't know
joke.
how to fix
And believe me,
to get out
I
of
will
here.
be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade
I've
in
got 3
until the
seconds.
moment I say happily ever after.
God damn it! I didn't know what to do there. I'm not good at video games, okay? God damn it!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is actually not right, man. Is there a... I wonder if there is a way
When Stanley
to get
came
out
to
of
a
that
set
bit.
of 2 open doors,
or if that was
he
just
entered the door
it.
on his left.
So what it seems like is I'm gonna have to actually do whatever this narrator dude says, even though I don't want to. I don't like being told what to do.
Yet there was not a single person
Yeah,
here
I don't care.
either.
I've read most of these.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, I know. Oh, the bathroom. Cool, I'll go in the bathroom. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Money crisps. What? That's mental. What's here? Oh, I can open that door. What is here? Oh, it's a lift. Oh, it's just a waiting room. Yeah, nothing important.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Yes, I
Stanley
get
was
it.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began
give me a
wildly
boost.
tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books
Chianti.
off the shelf,
Oh my
looking
God, he's
behind
Hannibal.
paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind
Yes,
the
I
boss's
know.
desk. What could its purpose be?
Yeah, I get...
In fact, This keypad guarded the
I get
terrible
really-
secret that lay buried below his feet.
I don't know.
And so the boss had assigned it an
Not
extra secret
distracted,
PIN number,
but I get bored really easily, so if I have to repeat
2845.
sections over and over,
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known
I
this.
just get like frustrated. Wait, what did he... Oh, fuck you, I missed it because I was talking. I can't remember the code.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know
2845.
that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, I completely didn't hear it that time, and I'd forgot it from the first
By
time.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped
Yeah,
into
'cause
the
I'm just
newly
that good.
opened passageway.
So, I don't know. It seems like every time you try and like fight back against his voice and do whatever he says not to do, it just
Stanley
leads to your
walked straight
death.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now, I really do want to go down the escape route and see what the fuck happens. Fuck it, I'm doing it. If it just means I'll have to replay that bit
Although
again,
this
whatever.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Sure, okay, let's go. I'm curious, okay?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, I don't care, I'm still doing it.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
I know I was.
And willingly confront his death.
Yup. Oh, I have to jump. Whee! So that's how I died. Oh, I didn't die. What the fuck?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh, I
he reflected
see.
that his life had been of no consequence.
I'm gonna get
whatsoever.
crushed.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
I'm gonna get
Trapped
crushed.
forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great
Shit.
loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Okay, that was a
So
bit
he
stupid of me,
resigned
wasn't
and
it?
willingly accepted this violent
Can I-
end
can-
to
Aw,
his
mate.
brief and shallow life.
Let me
Farewell,
jump.
Stanley.
Let me jump. Let me jump. Let me jump. I'm gonna die. Yup, I did.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal
Wait,
jaws.
This is a
In a
different
single
narrator.
visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No. Wait, what? The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Why
What
is it a different
exactly did
narrator?
the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What the
When every
hell?
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
This
Do you
is
see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer. What the hell is going on? Credits. That's a really, like, what do you call it? Creative way to do the credits, not gonna lie. There's 2 hallways I can go down. Well, this took a turn. How the actual? It's like a museum or something. Wait, what? Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. This is a museum. That's really cool. I actually really like that. Underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game.
Top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Narration outtakes. Kevin
Stanley
Brighting, the
pushed
voice of
the waiting
the
red
narrator,
button.
recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development.
Now then,
These are
this
clips from
elevator for
early
sure
takes
will
that
get
were
him
not
right
used in the
back on
final
track
game.
to where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing us
Huh. This is actually really cool. I don't know what to do now though. Because there doesn't seem to be anything to game. Countdown desk. Freedom ending. I am so confused. Like, I probably shouldn't have done this because now I don't have a clue. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Options. Return to menu. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realised this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. How do I get out of here? Like, I probably should be looking around. But it just feels like I've gotten myself, like, what the hell? I've got myself, like, stuck. And now I don't know how to get out. Like, I've experienced, like, from going by this museum, I've experienced, like, nothing. Narrator emails. Probably should read that, but nah. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. It doesn't look any different. Well, it does a tiny bit. Do I need to, like, restart? Oh, there we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Huh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one
No,
another?
I am very confused.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
I don't care.
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Nope, I'm gonna get squished.
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I'm dead. Who is this other narrator dude? That was cool though, the little museum part. Cool, so I do have to do
All
what
of
the
his
dude says.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I could walk this path in my sleep now, man.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, you already admitted
Feeling
to me
a
you
wave
deleted
of
them all.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The only thing I haven't done is the downstairs part when you go up to the boss's office so far. But I don't
The
know.
moment he entered
The red
his
light's
manager's
creepy.
office, Stanley froze
What was
in his
it?
tracks.
2845.
Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single
Yeah,
minute to just
exactly.
let the narrator
I
talk.
actually like how the
That
narrator kind of
anxiety
responds to what
isn't
you do.
healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I don't want to though. I do like this game so far. It's kind of fun. And it just gives me a chance to like fuck
Feeling
about.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, so I need to go and do what the narrator wants me to do now. It kind of sucks that you have to start, every time you start over you have to do like everything again. Especially, imagine if you get like, I don't actually know, like maybe it's only...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Yes,
that
I
read
know, I've done the
Mind
escape
Control
part.
Facility.
But like, imagine if you get to like near the end of the
The
story
lights rose on an
and you
enormous
die and
room
then you
packed
have to
with
do it
television
again
screens.
and again
What
and again.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know, I guess I'm finding out. Not that I really want to, but well, I kinda do want to.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Oh my god, I'm
co-workers,
giving myself...
the lives of so many individuals
making myself
reduced
motion
to
sick there.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
The controls are really smooth though, which I don't know what I was expecting, but I think this is like an indie
This
game, or at
mind
least
control
the original
facility,
version
it
was,
too
so
horrible to believe
I
it
don't know
couldn't be
why I
true.
expected it to be
Had
jankier
Stanley
than
really
this.
been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation.
Right, so I have to turn this
Controls
off.
labeled with emotions, happy
I don't want to go
or
kaboom
sad,
again.
or content, walking, eating.
See, there must be some
working,
kind of puzzle
all
or
of it monitored
something.
and commanded from this very place.
Just I couldn't work it
As
out.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another
Why do I
human
feel
life.
like if I turn this
For
off,
he
the
would
narrator's gonna
dismantle
win?
the controls once and for all.
The narrator's going to be like this horrible demon. That's where it is. It's reminding me of Little Misfortune,
Blackness.
where the narrator
and
tries
a
to tell you
rising
what to
chill
do,
of
but
uncertainty.
it turns out he's the bad guy.
Was it over?
Why are they all English narrators as well?
He had won.
Like,
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's
it's the exact same
command.
in Little
Freedom
Misfortune.
was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
I can't see.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
You're
life
kidding me,
he
this is how
lives,
the game
it will
ends.
be his.
Well, this must be
And
one
that
of the
was
endings.
all
There,
he needed
there
to
must be
know.
more than one ending.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So I need to go against what the narrator's saying then, to be able to do the puzzles.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, that leaves so many unanswered questions. Okay, so
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
let's
Stanley
try this
decided
again.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope, I'm not going to the meeting room this time. I'm going to the other side. And this
When
time I'm not
Stanley
going to jump
came
to my
a set
death.
of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
Yeah,
he
well,
wanted to
Stanley
stop by
doesn't
the
want to
employee
freaking
lounge
end the game
first,
so
just
quickly.
to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't really want to. I want to go here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, I can't jump. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I don't care.
realize
You
that
made my
investing your
game
trust in
end.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I don't believe
There's
that.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision
No.
by yourself. Now, I'm
I don't
not
like
asking
being
for
told what to
me,
do.
I'm asking for her.
Huh? Who her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Nope.
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
I don't know who
She's
her
been
is, so I don't
waiting.
care. Nope. Can I drive a forklift? No, I can't. Oh god. What the
That's her, Stanley.
fuck?
You need to be the one to do this.
I don't want to.
Reach out to her. If
No.
you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Let me out. I don't want to pick up the phone. I'm not picking up the phone. Dude, it's starting to sound like me in real life. Ew, all the cigarettes in the corner. Gross. Like every time the phone rings. No, I'm not picking it up. I will not pick up the phone. How do I get out of here? Do I need to pick up the phone to get out of here? I don't want to. Or will it eventually just ring off? Oh, for fuck's sake. 427? What?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Who? What?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
You're an ass.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Not
They
really.
want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't wanna. Bye.
Sorry, but you're in my story
Oh!
now.
God damn it. Stupid narrator. That's a
This is a
shitty
very
little
sad
house.
story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press Y on your controller. Y?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
This game is making me feel all sorts of
Coming
ways.
back to work.
Like,
One might
it's a
even feel
video
sorry
game,
for
so it,
him, except
like,
that he's
obviously you
chosen this
expect
life.
to do the button prompts. But then...
But in his mind, in his mind, he
But
can
then
go
at the
on
same time, the
fantastic
narrator's like,
adventures.
aha,
From
he's
behind his
just a little
desk,
puppet doing what
Stanley
he's told to
dreamed of
do.
wild expeditions into the
I don't like it.
unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press B to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, He stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of
I
the earth.
really want to
The
fucking know
thought
what's this
excited him
narrator's deal.
terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through
What
this
the
fantasy
hell?
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an
I don't
answer
feel
down
free,
some
I
new
just
path.
feel
Mustn't there
confused.
be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I'm forgetting what paths I went down. What the hell?
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What does it mean, do not do it? If I don't do it, nothing will happen.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press A to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay then. What the? That was mental. I'm so
All of his co-workers were gone.
lost,
What
honestly.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't understand.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Because
left.
that one will just take me back to where I was. And this one, I think I've got one more place to look on this side. But, like, he was mentioning puzzles earlier. The only puzzle I've came across is the one where
Yet
I
there was
don't
not a
detonate
single
myself.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Okay, I'll go
Coming
down
to a
this time.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Jeez, creepy. What the? It's got writing on it. I want to read. Oh, it's just a car park. Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
I can't
He
go in the
might
car.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And
1,
then
2,
something
B,
occurred
4.
to
What?
Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked
That's
down?
true.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Why am I walking in
And
a
for that
circle?
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No,
Seems like
Stanley
it.
said to himself, this is all too strange.
We're in a
This can't be
simulation,
real.
boys.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Nope, we're in a simulation.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
I don't know
he
how to get out
imagined
of this.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ooh, fancy.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Ooh.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside.
He's gonna wake up and
this
still be
one.
here.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Dude, you're not normal. You're in a simulation. I swear to it.
I am okay.
Oops. Nope. I knew he would wake up. Back here again.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
You are not real.
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Cool.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What the hell?
Although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And
Yeah,
then she
that's not the
turned
reaction I would have if I seen a dead body. Where else do I go?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Ooh, I could turn someone's computer off. How do I get any of the other endings? God, these computers are old. Awaiting input. What input? I could put inputs. I can't really type properly on it. I managed to put one in. I can't see what I'm typing. No, okay, that don't work.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
I did
but
indeed.
it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I never actually thought about doing this before now. That's my office. Let me in! I want to go back to work! Nope, okay. I honestly don't know what I'm meant to be doing now.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office.
I did
Because
indeed.
he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
That's fine by me. New content!
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
I don't know.
New content.
Ooh, spooky. I'm gonna get murdered or something by the narrator. Well, this is different.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I kind of like how this is
Step
meta.
aside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
I may also be too
I'm
stupid
very
for this
excited
game.
to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Nope.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing
Yeah, I
adventure.
may just be too stupid for this game. Wait. It's just an elevator.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready.
Watch it be more of the same.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
What?
All right, let's see. It's
The jump circle.
the jump circle.
I don't know what this actually does, but I'm going down to 0 anyway. Why does that look like the font, like the press A to jump? It looks like the font from an old, like, Xbox or something. It's not letting me jump anymore! That's bull! Also, I got an achievement for that. That's funny. I never actually looked at what the achievements were for this game, but that's actually mental. I know I keep saying craft is mental.
Is that it?
Apparently.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No, it's gonna take me back to the normal game now.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are
Hey,
not
it was
good.
fun and I got an
It's
achievement.
just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
If you look
This
at
is
most
new
games that come out now,
then I
yeah.
could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm really liking how the narrator just like bags on
That's
this
it?
game, man.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for
They're
no
not
reason
wrong.
other than to make an easy dollar. And
Dude,
don't
that's
get
the
me
same
started
now
on the
about just
level of
video games,
craftsmanship
no,
that's gone into it.
not
In fact,
including
I'm
the
looking
DLCs
right
or
now
that.
at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter.
It's
and
X
hold
now,
them
did you not hear?
personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset
No, I don't
the game,
wanna.
and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
No,
No frills, no gimmicks.
I don't want to
Just you
reset.
and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. Oh, come the fuck on! I didn't want to. Oh, wait. What? This isn't my... Okay. Yeah, this is where I usually am. So why am I here? Well, that's different. Ah!
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
No
I
thanks.
want to show you something.
I don't want to see it. Sorry, pal.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine.
I mean,
You're
kinda.
a dork anyway, so who cares?
How dare you call me a
Never
dork?
mind, you're not a dork.
I want to see. What the? Why is there a coffee? Okay, let me just die.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? But it
Kinda.
got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh my god, that's cool!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Don't
You see,
forget
Stanley,
the
doesn't the
Stanley
Memory Zone
Parable.
remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was?
I
before
don't
it
know,
was
I never
sullied with a
played it
cheap
before.
Re-release. Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Huh. This is actually funny, the amount of detail and stuff they put into it. And the way they keep going on about how bad video games are and stuff. Honestly, they're... Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. $1 bill. Yeah, honestly... They're, video games... Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. No. No, I don't go outside anyway. But like... No, wait, what? Yeah. What I was saying, yeah. Now it just seems like... Video game developers... I know games are hard and stuff, like, to make. But it just seems like, I don't know, they're just being lazy with them. Like for cheap cash grabs and stuff. What in the fuck is this? Oh, it's
Over
rock.
here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It
I've
was
never
all
played
of them.
any of those
and now,
games.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Huh? What's down here? I can't go in there anyway. Oh well. Why put it there if you're not gonna let me go into it?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
It's
The
only a
Stanley
9 roll.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising,
Carpet
and
textures.
rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Wait, what does that
9
say?
out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game
Missing
was perfect.
co-worker scenario.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
What? Why are you taking me back down that way? Oh wait, no, this is a new one. I can't get in there. My dudes. Let me pass the fucking boxes. That sucks. No, that's crouch. There's no way to jump. Oh, that's bullshit.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Yeah, 'cause it's
What's
not
this?
your
What's
part.
down here? Oh no!
Steam!
God no! Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Let me guess,
Surely
they're all
these
bad
reviews
reviews.
were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not recommended. Honestly,
Honestly,
I could not be
to
bothered.
play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
This is kinda a mind trip, not gonna lie. The fact that you're playing a game, what is literally talking about the game.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
A little bit, yeah.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Not everybody's
feel
gonna like everything.
Like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Exactly, nothing ever is.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
To be fair, that's a good point.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Nice.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's...
Yep.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45...
Yeah, stop talking.
Stanley, please don't push the button again.
12
It's been
hours,
12
holy
hours.
fuck.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really true.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
This is
You're
fun.
back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Holy
Have you ever
fuck.
sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only...
I feel bad, but it's fun. He's not talking to me no more. My dude, did you die? Alright then. I don't care. What is that beeping? Oh, the clock fell off the wall. Like I've...
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
What?
It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said,
What the fuck is going on? I honestly don't understand any of this, but I'm having a good time anyway. Do I just keep pressing this until the narrator's like...
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Okay then, dude. I think I broke the narrator.
The end is never the end, is never...
How do I get out of here now? It doesn't seem like I can. Oh well. I just keep fast forwarding away until whatever. Until I die, I guess. Oh my god! The fuck happened? Ooh! The studio fell in. Or whatever it is. Flowers and crap have started to grow in. What happened to all the plants? Where did they go? And why did it suddenly start to sound ominous as all hell? Oh, I don't like that. Feels like something's gonna jump out at me. Although I don't think this is one of those games, but... Oh no, my button broke! Aww. Wait, can I still press it? I cannot. God damn it. Wait, have I finally freed myself of the narrator now? Holy fuck. I don't know where to go. Oh, it was a mirage. I thought I seen someone there. Oh, I can't go on top of it. Okay. No, okay. I don't know where to go. Okay, so this is where I came out of. There's nothing in here now. I fast forwarded way too much. And now I'm freaking screwed. What the heck happened there? Okay, I guess.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
I don't know.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
There's an
Click
achievement?
the door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Alright,
I
I'll
would
go
say
click it
that's
20
the kind
times.
of effort that warrants recognition.
I clicked it 20 times. You never give me recognition. That narrator's a liar. I honestly don't know what to do, so I'm just going around and freaking...
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his
Ooh!
environment.
New content. Now that's a new thing.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Have I not already seen all this though? If this is just the same jumping game, I swear to God.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The
I don't know, I
original
think it's kind of
Stanley
fun.
Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley
What?
Parable 2.
Okay.
Yes, you
The
see,
end is
isn't
never
this
the
far
end
superior to a
again.
measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely
Wouldn't
new
that just be
experience
repetitive,
built from the
though?
ground up.
'Cause it would
Why,
just
there are
be
so many
pretty much the same
possibilities.
game,
It
right?
could go in so many different
So
directions.
there's not really much you can do
This is what fans have truly been
with this
asking
kind of game.
for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising.
Honestly, that sign kinda looks like Dying Light 2. And that's not a good thing, because that game sucked ass.
Now, to be clear,
Actually,
I
it
haven't
wasn't
quite
too
nailed
bad,
down
but
what
it's
exactly
nowhere
the
near
Stanley
as good as the
Parable 2
original.
is going to be. But let's take a
Why
look
do I
at
always
some
end
of
up
the
talking about
features
Dying
I've
Light?
been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally
That's
spring
not how
up
games
around
work.
them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
New features, new content. Ooh, it's a bus. Oh, I can't get on the bus.
Here we are.
The
Go
button
on,
that
try
says
out
the
some
name of the
new
player that is
features.
playing the game. That's new. You hear your name in the game. Reassurance bucket. What the fuck is going on? Why does it feel like that? What the hell?
For
Oh,
the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
I
what
wanted
do
to check out
players
the other
really
things.
want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that
Too
they
big,
want to be
too small,
individually
just right.
recognized and validated as people.
What are we?
So with
Gold
that
Deluxe
in
and the
mind,
Three
my
Bears
first
again?
addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
If this is going to be like bloody Doki Doki, where it actually gets your name, I swear.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
I
But
thought
of
it was going to
course,
go
in
into
the
my
final game,
system and
this
actually
button
get
will
my
say
actual
your
name. I'm like, no.
whatever name that is. Here, let's have you roleplay as Jim.
I don't
to
really want to
simulate
roleplay
the
as a
full
person called Jim.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, here we
Yay.
go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Okay.
Jim. Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you.
It was just
The
stupid.
button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable
No,
2,
it definitely
it would
would not
still
be.
worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay, so now what do I do? Oh, I can go back out here now. Yay! Honestly, when I was pressing that button, I kind of felt like after the whole Jim thing, it was just going to come out with my name.
I
That
suppose
would've
I could allow only
creeped me
people
out.
named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Oh my god, it moved around! Where am I? You are here. That is a lot. Ooh, that's pretty.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't
Why?
want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Wow.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
No, it's not.
tragic.
I like having rewards. Free achievement. It just works.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yes.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes.
Why?
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Aw.
Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed. in
No,
a sequel
let me get
to at
it.
last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you.
Give me
and
the
I promise
achievement.
It will happen.
He's not letting me. This game sucks. It doesn't give me the achievement.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
I did indeed.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice day. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new
What the
version,
hell?
the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh,
Happy
God.
12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're
The
moving
button
on.
that says gym. Okay, so it is just up here now then. That's the only thing else that I haven't checked. How do I get up there though? It looks like there's something up here, but I can't seem to get up to it. Oh wait, no, there's stairs here. I'm just stupid. Second world champion, infinite hole, free achievement. I tried the free achievement. Didn't work. What is this?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Epilogue.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, so that's all that is. There's more stuff upstairs? Jesus! Okay, I can't get up there. That's fine. Alright, cool. So what else can I check out here then? I think it's only this thing over here, right? Ah, the exit's at this side. There's one more thing that I want to check out before I go try and do the exit though. Where is it? It's this one. The reassurance bucket. What? Why
A
is
common
this a thing?
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
What?
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your
This
mind
game
and
is
your
insane.
heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel
Like nothing much is
perfectly
even
normal and
happening,
perhaps
but it's
even
just, it's
comforting.
funny.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Yeah, I think
Come
I'd rather go with like a
give it a
teddy or
try.
something, not a freaking bucket, but okay. I'm holding a bucket now.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be
throw it at your
sweeping through
head?
your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I want to throw it at your
The
head.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Why am I walking around with a bucket now?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
If they did,
That
you
really
wouldn't win
should
it.
be an award if it isn't already.
Let me out of here. What's this? Exit.
All right, Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Kinda.
Ready to move on now?
The only thing that I didn't see was the infinite hole, but I don't really want to jump down an infinite hole. New mug. Good to know. Can I get out here? No, I cannot. I'm stuck with a bucket.
So, Stanley, what do you think?
I think
do
they're
you like
shit.
all of the new features?
No.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say,
Definitely
let's do
not.
an experiment.
Oh god,
I'll
no.
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here
Not
it
really.
is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
It looks stupid.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
No.
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Nope, still stupid.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Exactly.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original
It's basically
game.
what the Ultra Deluxe
Could it
is.
possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
My god. That does actually look kinda cool.
This is the story of a...
Yeah, I'm skipping that bullshit. What do I do now? Ah! Balloons!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
My new best friend.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to realise I really don't like non-linear games. They confuse the hell out of me. Oh
Stanley
man.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I don't want to go down here again because things are just going to go boom.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. Coming to a staircase,
Wait,
Stanley and
oh.
the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, I should have put the bucket back in the broom closet. I'm an idiot.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
4,
Crushed by the
5.
weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah, because
Was
the bucket's that
bucket
magic.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah, completely. I won!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting
I
all
don't
of
care,
these,
they're cool.
only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these
I
beautiful
wouldn't say they were beautiful, but
figurines.
okay. We're in the new content section now. So maybe something else will happen here.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I suppose so. I've already done the escape and I got crushed, so.
The lights rose.
Honestly,
on
I
an
don't know how to
enormous
get
room
another
packed
ending,
with
though.
Television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The bucket's got pots now. The bucket's the main character now.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Oh, poor baby bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No,
Had
he was the
bucket
one
been
in
told
charge
to
the
do
whole
things
time.
He didn't wish to do. What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
The ultimate betrayal. The bucket was the mastermind
No!
to
He
begin
screamed
with.
into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But
Okay,
here was the
so-
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down
What
system.
the hell?
When at last they came to the source
I'm
of
gonna
the
do
room's
on.
power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to the... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror.
The betrayal.
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How
Told
could
you, the
have
bucket was
betrayed him
in
like this?
control the whole time.
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Birds?
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Flamingos? Cute!
Stanley flipped through
Penguins!
one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
This game
Had the bucket known this all along?
is just way
Stanley
local,
marveled
man.
at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, this is different. What the hell?
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley
Why
embraced the bucket.
Why is this
Stanley
different?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Why is this different? I don't like how this office keeps changing around, man. I have 3 of them now. A large room, lots of boxes. I don't know where that could be. Somewhere both blue and red. I don't know where these places are.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
What have I just done? Okay. Ooh, my doors are open though. Bathroom! Don't know why I'd want to be in the bathroom, but I think I've been in here before, right? I said someone important, like, no? I thought the little Stanley thing would be in here. No, guess not. What did they call it? Stanlerine or something? Okay, so guess not. Guess I'm going back this way. Wait, all the doors are open now. Wait, they shut behind me. What? Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. A private but smelly place for an important person. Wouldn't that be the bathroom, no? Guess not. How are all these doors open? I've done the new content. I don't want to have to go through that again. Oh wait, this door's not meant to be open. You are now leaving. Ooh, nice. Cool. Escape pod. What? 760. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything, so I need to go up like 4 floors. I think it was 4 floors. I didn't actually see the proper number. No, it was 6 floors, sorry. I'm an idiot and can't count. I don't like how dark it is though. Why is there an escape pod in an office building? I swear they're in a simulation. I wish there was a run, like a way you could run. Because you walk really slow in this. I say that, but when I first started, I thought you walked like way too quickly. It's just I'm impatient. Escape pod launch bay. I don't know where I am. Oh, I couldn't see, man. I hate it when you do things like that and you actually can't see. What? not escaping? Why are you letting the bucket go? What the fuck? You know he could have fit in there too. What the fuck? He let the bucket escape. Oh my god. Well, I think I 100% say that has to be my favourite ending so far. I think I might just end it here, because I don't actually know if there's any other endings, and it seems like I have got the best ending, like, so far, just by doing what the narrator told me to do at the beginning. But I was just fucking about in the game after that to see what would happen. So I think I'm just going to end it here, because surely there can't be that many endings I didn't get. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you stick around for the actual next series that's coming on the channel. I'm not sure what it might be. I haven't decided if it's going to be Alan Wake or Cyberpunk yet, because I know that Alan Wake 2 is coming out at some point this year, I think, and obviously the Cyberpunk DLC is coming out, so I'm gonna be playing one of those two. I'm not sure which. If you have any opinions about it, leave them in the comments, and I guess whatever gets the most, like, votes, maybe? I don't know if you'd call it votes, but whoever gets the most will be the series I play next. So yeah. Until then.